So it's going to be real fun to watch these two go at it.
No, definitely a new match. I mean, with the level Octagon has been, Savage Octagon has been developing, this is going to be quite a match, I think.
Currently, 71% of the bits are being wagered on Octagon. We're over 40,000 bits in the chat with about 4 minutes to go. We're going to keep these open just a little longer for our folks here for 4 minutes. Give our players a chance to get any last warm-ups, drinks, screaming panic attacks, whatever they need in the next 4 minutes. The world is their oyster. And then we start dropping pills.
Yeah, just letting them get settled, do a little practice maybe, and yeah, we can start once these predictions are done.
But Dimwit's path here took down D Dave 2-0, and took down somebody 2-0. Oh, it was you.
Yeah, who knows? So some scrub.
That was a close game or a close match. One of those first games was decided by literally 1 second. So, like, absolutely great matches all throughout here. There's a lot of 2-0s on that bracket, but again, we always say that those 2-0s don't do the story of those games justice.
Yeah, on paper it seems like it's a complete destruction on one side, but really just seeing at the times, it's much closer, and that's what's been happening each month on this tournament. Players getting better and just closing the gap to the ones that were on top. Eventually, we will be able to fight fairly against them.
So we've got 28,000 bits, or not bits, channel points. For Octagon, 7 people wagering on both players. So even there, the biggest wager is 11,000 from Maine Coon Cat. But 65% of the channel points so far, with a couple of minutes to go, going to Savage Octagon here in this first semifinal. And Dimwit now has upgraded to 2 cardboard boxes to his immediate left. Maybe for a little bit of extra luck. Octagon going with no coaching.
Yeah, then with no longer having the puppy behind him, now replaced by cardboard boxes.
We are off, and in fact, Dimwit is using Papyrus, so he will be disqualified. Kidding, of course. But early on here, remember, these are levels 10 through 14. There's 5 levels now, and these are best of 5. So the other thing that you do have to factor in with these, John, is this doesn't have the same feel as these first 2 rounds where it felt a little bit more of a sprint. There's more viruses. You've got to be a lot more careful with your game plan, and really hope that RNG is favorable for you throughout.
Yeah, and you have to keep in mind that you're going to get tired of these long stretches of Dr. Mario pretty quickly, and you have to do it at least 3 times for these rounds. So also, if you fall down one time and fall behind 1-0, it's not over. It's you have more chances to bring it back.
Definitely a lot more chances to keep things alive, as Dimwit with a drop cross going down to 21. But right here at about the minute 10 mark, it's a lead for Savage Octagon by a handful of viruses.
Yeah, though Savage Octagon has a little bit of a split board, 2-3 boards, one could say, in the same level, but not getting a lot of yellows in order to start jumping down on that middle column.
Clearing out the garbage, a good call there. Still has a bit of a lead, although Dimwit just cleared a whole bunch of viruses and is down to 10, but Octagon into single digits first. 7-6 here as we approach a minute 45. And Octagon still maintaining pace with the 1 seed, down to 3 viruses. She just needs a handful of yellows, and she can clear out here. Going to go for that horizontal to finish it off, and she'll be out at a minute 59. Dimwit got a little bit stuck, so we're going to see where he can get out in his end game, John. But that's really rough. There's that drop cross that's going to happen, but kind of handcuffed in column 1.
Yeah, dimwit trying to be as creative as possible. As most of the board set up, there we go, drops that cross there. But yeah, that's all you can do with this kind of RNG.
An Octagon with a very blue-red heavy top line. Not a lot of yellow to really work with, so she's going to have to start thinking about drilling down, one fragment at a time, but keeping that overall top line level a bit low as we hit about 3 minutes here. Dimwit out at 241, so Dimwit down by about 15 viruses as far as the count goes. He's a couple of seconds behind on his start time, but Octagon holding on to a big early lead here.
Yeah, and that's precisely what Savage Octagon wants to do. Just keep a lead. It's against Dimwit, so any lead that you can get is great, and if you can extend it as much as possible, then even better.
Because Dimwit can strike. I mean, we did miss it yesterday, but he dropped a combo of about 8 viruses to really extend a lead that he had already had in place. But Octagon really just playing with great favorable RNG right now. As we get through this 11th level, has an opportunity for a horizontal double, takes it. Brilliant play here so far by Octagon in this first of 5 games in this first semifinal.
Yeah, doing a great clean plays, keeping the top line relatively low. Only a couple columns there that are a bit high, but they are basically just those viruses in, say, column 6. So it's not going to be a big problem to get out of this other than RNG.
Although here comes Dimwit. Dimwit now down to 14 and is at about the same top line elevation as Octagon right now. Octagon now down to 6. Octagon's issue going to be probably that yellow virus in row 2, the blue virus in row 2 as well. Going to drop something down on that. At this point, you have to commit to the horizontal clear. But 2 yellow, there goes the yellow. So the horizontal clear is in. 3 viruses to go, 4 viruses for Dimwit. Dimwit making a strong comeback right now, but again, a little bit hamstrung on his end game.
Yeah, I mean, again, you want to get as much of an advantage with Dimwit being your opponent, because he can just bring it back in less than a level. So you don't want to give any options.
Dimwit out at 438. Octagon not getting much cleared here early on. 47 viruses to go to Dimwit's 52. Although Octagon's opened up her board a bit on the right side. Not a lot of opportunity to open up the board for Dimwit as he's dealing with pretty not rough RNG. A great drop combo there, putting him at 46. But not a lot of places for Dimwit to really crack the board open just yet. Octagon is looking for a horizontal double and got it. Down to 38 viruses as we clear the 5-minute mark in this first game.
Oh boy, and there goes a big Dimwit combo there. Just pummeling down those pills that didn't seem to be useful since he didn't have a lot of red to play with, but opening it up with 1 horizontal and boom.
And Octagon doing a great job of getting clears while also trying to take care of garbage. Really smart play from her as she clears out her garbage, cleans her board back up down to 29, but Dimwit has opened up a 7 virus lead and looks to continue as now he has cracked his board open. A lot of blue for him to deal with, John, but a big opportunity on the bottom of his board if he can get a double blue.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's just tying it up, or okay, just split it into parts. Given that those viruses those blue viruses on the right side are a little buried there, but I mean they're also in a great configuration just to take a quick double.
And Octagon has a relatively clean board. There's just a bit of garbage which is going to clear out by that drop clear, but Dimwit maintaining a lead of about 5 viruses. But Octagon has some good plays here, gets a double horizontal, and now is really going to start going to town. A lot of doubles for her on this board, and got to drop the yellow off the board and then get the double blues. But Dimwit just needs a blue. Dimwit going to be out at 636. Octagon not far behind, but needs 2 full sets of reds, and that might have been a bit of a misdrop.
Yeah, I am mostly sure that it was a misdrop there, but she's going to go horizontal. That's a great backup plan.
And Octagon out at 657. She is currently 9 viruses off the lead as we get into this 13th level. 2 levels to go here for these players. You're shooting for a time right around the 11-minute range. That's really a good par time for this level block, as Octagon got the double yellow one block too late, and you can see a little bit of disappointment on her face from that. But still working hard on this, getting the garbage cleared out, and now has access to just about everything. And that double red fortuitous clearing things out. She's down to 38 as we hit the 7.5-minute mark. Dimwit at 27 viruses.
Yeah, Dimwit with a better board, not because of anything that Savage Octagon has done, just that column 8 is really only one virus left there, so everything else is crammed up in the rest of the board. Also, not much on column 1, so it's basically just a central board.
Absolutely agree with that assessment. Looking at DM Hero's board, he's starting to clean things up, just a little spire of garbage. This is giving Octagon an opportunity to come back, but John, she doesn't have any yellow to really work with.
Yeah, she only has really 4 viruses. Okay, now 2 viruses that are yellow, and they are all very deep, so needs every other color. And as long as Mario keeps... Oh boy, here comes the barrage of yellows. This is going to slow her down.
She has opened up column 8 as sort of a waste pile area, so that's not the worst thing to happen. Down to 13 viruses to Dimwit's 8, and questionable play there. Might have been a misdrop. Looks like she's cleared it out, but I think that red and blue up in row 4, I think those are going to be the last ones that Octagon's going to deal with.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, probably going horizontal, but then the double that's below, it's going to be complicated.
Dimwit out at 8:55, and I think Octagon is going to commit to the horizontal on that blue. Probably the best call here. But now it has the issue of a lot of garbage is going to be bearing that stack of reds on rows 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's one of those the misdrops that really takes time, because there's no quick fix for it.
No, it's
just dig it.
Straight up having to mine it back out, and Octagon knows she's in a bit of a rough spot here on this penultimate level, and this is giving Dimwit all the time in the world. Octagon out at about a 9:34. She's still got a shot here, one more level, and she's got to hope that Dimwit just stumbles somewhere.
Yeah, but Dimwit making quick progress of level 14, already almost at the halfway mark of level 14, so not letting go, knowing that he has also to keep the pressure going.
But Octagon making some good clean plays, being forced to play some garbage down on her board. Drop that double yellow, not on the yellow pill itself, or the yellow virus. Goes for it with that second double yellow. 43-30 right now. Octagon is trying to close the gap, but RNG is not cooperating.
Savage Octagon needing a lot of blue. The other colors are completely buried under blue. So yeah, that's basically what she's going to have to do, just to play the waiting game.
Our chat saying this has been shot for shot. It sure has been. As Dimwit now down at the bottom of his board here, everything's sort of clustered together, so he's going to have to get creative in getting some of these viruses off the board. Meanwhile, Octagon at 33 just kind of hung in the middle with no RNG, needing blues, not really getting a whole lot.
Yeah, this has been the story of her board all along. Not the right colors for opening this rather interesting board, with all the yellow really buried.
Meanwhile, Dimwit at 11:08, down to his last couple of viruses here, and that double yellow is going to seal the deal. Wow, 11 minutes and 16 seconds for Dimwit. He'll take game number 1. Octagon looking to close this out with 14 viruses to go.
Yeah, talk about luck, just getting that double yellow to finish that level cleanly.
And Octagon realizing that game 1's over. Round of applause for Dimwit. Good sportsmanship there. But it ain't over. Dimwit's got to win 2 more. Octagon can still win 3 more.
This is where strength of mind comes into play. You're down, but there's still a long way to go. You have more chances. You have to keep. You still need to win 3 in total, so it's going to take a toll.
All right, we're waiting on readies for our second game here in this best of 5.
Okay, we have readies from dmwit, still waiting on Savage Octagon, but she's taking a breather. Not a bad thing to do.
Octagon looking to get to her first finals. Dimwit looking to get to his, I believe, 10th finals. So, we have 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay, almost simultaneous starts from our players.
And good boards for both players early on. Getting a little bit creative with that red-blue because there's really nothing to do with it. But setting up that one little area of garbage to clear out, not a bad idea. Octagon not getting stuff to clear, and it's starting to get her pretty bad here. But look at this drop cross. That's going to get a total of 5 viruses. She's down to 32 and has the early lead.
Yeah, and more importantly, she gets more board to work with, not only yellow as was happening earlier.
Octagon with another drop play down to 26 viruses, now down to 24. Really needs some blue help. Is going to get a little bit here.
dmwit with a little bit of a misdrop there.
A rare misdrop from Dimwit. He's going to have to work around that. That's the kind of mistake you need to, at this stage in the tournament, capitalize on. Make every play worth it. As a big clear there from Octagon. She's down to 15. She's got a double-digit lead on Dimwit right now, going into the end of 10 here. She's got 12 viruses to go to Dimwit's 21. Dimwit doesn't have a lot of access to yellow right now. Only now just open up access to 1 virus. A big double clear there, though. Octagon into single digits first, 8 to 14. And Octagon looking to just kind of start getting garbage whittled away.
Yeah, Dimwit is suffering the consequences of that misdrop. He might have cleared it up very quickly, but the problem is you lose pills that would have opened the board. So a lot of red halves that went to waste there.
Yeah, and Octagon, I think, trying to start looking at swaggy P plays. This is a point where you're just pressing down. Just get the down press, get everything cleared out. Now she's cleaned her board back up, down to 2 viruses. Octagon will be out at 205. Dimwit looking to get that access to that double yellow. He's going to get it, and he's going to be out not far behind. He cleared out the pill underneath, so cost him another second and a half. He's out at 217 and holds just a couple of virus lead now. A good finish into 10 there for Dimwit.
Yeah, I got lucky there that another couple of yellow pills were coming behind just in case. But sometimes we've seen that Mario would say, okay, you need only one, there's only one, and then just a full drought of the color you need.
Here's everything that isn't that color. That is how this game's RNG works. Octagon opening that lead up again a little bit here as Dimwit really, again, has no yellow to work with on his board. All of it is buried for the most part.
Yeah, Octagon keeping a very nice set of various viruses on the top line. A little bit of garbage on that column 3, but nothing to worry about.
And I like this decision making here. Clear out the garbage column. Down to 21, and now a double-digit lead for Octagon in this second game, level 11. These players going from levels 10 to 14.
Yeah, Dimwit having, a very blue top line, and not only that, also a split board there with a well in column 3 that's going to take time.
A bit of a misplay by Octagon in column 8. Played that pill vertically, and I think she thought maybe she had 2 fragments on top of that red virus.
Yeah, sometimes counting gets hard. You're just looking at so many parts of the board at the same time that you just miscount one time, and yeah, this is what happens.
Octagon calling, or John Nash calling on his fellow math teacher there. It's gonna be fighting words.
Yeah, well, I mean, it happens to everyone in this game. It's you might say, oh, it's only counting to 4, but yeah,
Octagon,
it's hard.
Octagon down to 7, Dimwit down to 8. Dimwit has a cluster on his left side. A pretty good end game for Octagon. Is going to tuck that blue in, I think, and now really just needs a handful of each color, and she's out. And it'll be 3 to go for Dimwit, but Octagon out at a 439, and Dimwit kind of hung up. He's going to get what he needs to get out, but he's going to be out at 447. So it's a 3-virus game right now. Again, it seems that Octagon having good, strong mid games and maybe a bit sluggish on the end game, and Dimwit's kind of the opposite, a bit sluggish at the start, but really starts getting going at that end game. But we're seeing the advantage favor Octagon right now.
Yeah, I mean, Dimwit has a great end game. I know Savage Octagon also has it, but those misdrops that have been happening, well, they change your plans, and then you have to just recover in the best way possible, which she has been doing so far.
And we've lost Dimwit's feed. We'll get it back here in a second. But meanwhile, Octagon down to 34 viruses, just trying to maintain pace here. Now down to 31 as we hit 5.5 minutes. Dimwit's still down by about half a dozen viruses here. Looks like he's narrowed that down to 4. And we've lost Dimwit's feed again. We'll get that back to you soon here. We've got him back. He's down to 28, so he's now taken the lead over Octagon. This is about where he took the lead last time, John.
Yeah, but this time around, I see a board that is split in half and only red and yellow on the top line. But every single pill that he's been getting so far was having a half of blue, which is completely useless at this point.
Absolutely. Octagon just really trying to start hammering on column 7 and 8, and looks like she is getting to work on that. A series of double clears there. Now has pretty much everything on the bottom half of her board. But still down by about 7 viruses is Savage Octagon. Looking for another drop play, going to get it 16 to 9 now as we hit 6.5 minutes.
A little bit of misdrop there going vertical, but it's clearable. It's not a big problem so far. The only thing is you're paralyzing that middle column there.
She's still doing a really good job of trying to make a positive play out of it, though, as Dimwit is down to 1 red and he'll be out. Now he's just waiting for it, and it's a cluster of yellows. And there's his red that he gets. He's going to be out at 7 flat. Octagon has 6 viruses she needs to take off that board right now, and really cutting it close here as we get into the latter half of game number 2.
Yeah, there's not a lot of ways to go efficiently around these viruses. They're kind of split. So yeah, it's going to be 1 by 1.
Octagon is going to be out of level 12 at about 727, but Dimwit already starting to go to town on 13. He's up by about 7 viruses.
Yeah, this is the point where maybe Savage Octagon has to go a little more aggressive, try to set up a few combos, and just hope that the RNG is on your side.
A good early play, keeping the board clean. Not a lot of blue on her top line, but manages to make a horizontal clear. Brilliant play there. Dimwit has his board split open, has himself funneled out. 34 viruses to go on 13. A lot of really good double opportunities. I think he's trying to hold out and decides not to for the double yellow. Instead, opts to continue clearing. His increases lead to 15 viruses as Octagon struggling to get through this bit of a yellow situation.
Yeah, Dimwit is not wasting any time, just noticing that you have to keep just playing down the level, just whittling down at the board, and just take another chance another day.
Octagon going to get a triple clear here, dropping everything down a level. But it looks like Dimwit is now increased his lead to 20 viruses. Has really opened things up. Having just an absolute blockbuster level 13 here.
Yeah, being extremely efficient, noticing where to drop what otherwise would be garbage. But for Dimwit, is just a delayed setup for the virus that is below. That's basically been the story of Dimwit's level 13.
And it's been a horror story on Octagon's 13. Really has just been handcuffed and really has just been slowed down getting anything off the board, just with yellow literally everywhere. And now there's no yellow to work with. It's mostly blues and reds. But at 9:20, Dimwit already at 14. So Dimwit firmly in the driver's seat here in the second game.
Yeah, I mean, Octagon's board has been just changing colors, but it's always something that is missing on the pills. So it's been a bit of a rough board for her, but trying to do the best with it as she can.
And is down to her final 4 rows here, and a bit of a better situation. Really, it's everything in that right corner though that's hampering any of her efforts to really start taking this board apart.
And Dimwit not letting go so far. It's wow, he's just going down on this level 14, but with a misdrop there on the right side.
Gone with a good drop combo there, down to 5 viruses to go, as she and Dimwit both about to hit the 10.5-minute mark.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a slower set of boards, but unfortunately for Savage Octagon, it's also been a slow set of boards for her. So that's why Dimwit is taking an advantage and almost making sure that there's no way for her to come back.
Big drop combo there by Dimwit, down to 17 viruses. I think Octagon just not looking to get lapped at this point. An absolute nightmare of a 13, and that's RNG you don't want in a competitive situation. That's a reset button presser if you're doing a 0 to 20.
Yeah, unfortunately here we cannot reset. We just take whatever RNG we get and hope for the best, really.
Meanwhile, Octagon trying to make a go at it, but down by 42 viruses at this point, and not getting good RNG on this section of 14. Absolute nightmare RNG scenario right now for Octagon. Although Dimwit's now starting to get his fair share of it. He's down to single digits as we hit 11.5 minutes in this game. But a big combo clear for Savage Octagon. That's going to put her at 46 viruses to go. Now down to 45. Now she's starting to go on a tear here.
Yeah, basically just saying to Dr. Mario, okay, you're not going to give me a lot of yellow. Fine, let me clear this in an efficient way. And Dimwit is already done.
Dimwit out at 11 minutes, 52 seconds, so he'll take game number 2. And thank you, Kat, for that analysis. Okay. Off you go, Kat. Sorry about that. But yeah, 2-0 in favor of Dimwit. Goes for an 11:52. A bit of a sluggish round for both players. And again, I haven't seen RNG that brutal in quite some time on somebody in a competitive situation.
Yeah, I mean, but at least Savage Octagon is having a great time. I think she knows that she has to play against the big people around the scene to also prove herself. And I mean, at least she's enjoying it. I think maybe not too happy with Dr. Mario, but happy with the tournament at least.
As she and Sarah Sarkle say, their ex-boyfriend, Dr. Mario. But it's 2-0. Octagon not out of this game yet. This is a best of 5, but definitely pressure here. It's got to be perfect if you're Savage Octagon. Dimwit needs just one more win, and he'll go to yet another finals, and he'll face the winner of Leviticus and DM Hero later on.
Yeah, at this point, Savage Octagon just hoping all the bad RNG is gone and to get some good runs for the last 3 matches.
Somebody asking about hot times, and I got them for you here. Hot times in this round, if they want to show up here, are anything under 11:16, as it looks like one was just added. Floyd posting results live in our stat sheet, but that 11:16 that Dimwit got earlier is a hot time. Anything under 10 and 11 minutes is going to be a hot time right now. Otherwise, and they are off here in this third game. And looks like an early lead for Dimwit. And again, just absolute nightmare scenario for RNG. But look at this combo. Great setup as well by Octagon. That's going to put her at 25, even up with DM Hero right now. And it's really close. Both players really surging here early on in 10.
Yeah, Dimwit having to play creatively on this level 10. Once again, getting some strange bad RNG at the beginning. So, I mean, having to prove himself again on this early game.
16 viruses to go, now 14 viruses to go for Dimwit to Octagon's 16. Although Octagon's starting to set things up here. She's got a tuck double, she takes it. I'm going to go vertically on that yellow, down to 12 viruses to go. It's all red and yellow, or rather red and blue for Dimwit here, as he's got 7 viruses to go, and it seems like he's getting a lot of yellow help when he doesn't need it. And Octagon taking advantage of that, taking the slight lead. And I think the play possibly committing to some horizontal clears on those blues. There's one right there. And it looks like Octagon going to go for that horizontal clear as well on that blue in row number 4. No, she's going to clear off the garbage. Interesting decision.
Yeah, that garbage would have become great for ending that last virus that's left on her board. But okay, sometimes it's for sanity of the player to just take away any garbage that you see. And okay, Savage was around 210 out of the level 10, and the Dimwit out at 220. So Savage with a little bit of an advantage in time. However, not getting a lot done in this early level 11, but mostly because of RNG. Now she has a very varied board regarding colors.
Yeah, very good color diversity on Octagon's board. 35 viruses to go to Dimwit's 40. And again, this is where we see Octagon play better in these early rounds. We see her play a little faster. A great drop triple there. And she's already sub 30.
And a great drop combo there by Dimwit, not having a lot of places to go with yellows, but just setting them up above some red that went out horizontally. That's great foresight from Dimwit.
Another great drop combo here from Octagon, as a little bit of hesitation, but it looks like she's got what she wants to get done. And she's got another great drop combo set up. I think she's holding out for a red-yellow? Looks like that's what she's holding out for. Nope, just going to go for it. Probably a good call down to 11. Octagon with a big lead over Dimwit. Dimwit struggling with not having a lot of access to yellow.
Yeah, meanwhile, Savage Octagon having a lot of access to yellow and not a lot of pills to put there. But the good news for her...
Oh, I was just going to mark, that was a great horizontal clear that we just saw. She's free and clear. She just needs literally every yellow pill that Dimwit's been getting.
Yeah, and as I was saying, the good news is that yellow is the most common color for Dr. Mari, so she should be getting some yellows that are useful. Here comes a yellow barrage, which is amazing, just leaving one virus to the left.
And here comes Dimwit down to 7 viruses, but Octagon out at a 416. She knows she's got to play very, very aggressively. Isn't letting up, making some good plays, making some excellent recovery plays on any sort of forced garbage. This is a really good output we're seeing here from Savage Octagon as we hit the 4.5 minute mark.
Oh, this is a big combo from Dimwit, having to play creatively to get all 3 viruses in one sweep go.
But he did clear it out, and he's out at about a 439. Octagon really not relenting on the speed here, though. Already at under 40 viruses, so maintaining a pretty comfortable lead over Dimwit. But now is the time to start really addressing that right side. If you're Octagon, that double yellow, I think, would have been the better play than what we saw there.
Yeah, she's needing some red to start opening that right side of her board and getting some pills to help on that regard.
And Octagon had a couple of double blues, again, not dropping into column 8. That seems to be what the play should have been, but not making those plays. 25 viruses now as Dimwit has caught up. It's still tied. But the door was open for Dimwit, and he rushed right in. Octagon trying to have some semblance of a lead here. It's just a couple of viruses, but really going to have to start focusing on that right side sooner rather than later.
Yeah, not getting the right pills to avoid making a lot of garbage there. All of them have some red in them, and really you don't want to put red on that side, as there's really no use for it.
No, and that what you saw for Octagon, that I don't think that's a misplay. Probably going to try to clear those reds underneath and drop that blue garbage down. Maybe turn it into a combo. But right now, Dimwit already in single digits here. Octagon opting to just clear everything off the garbage. Octagon down to single digits, but Dimwit down to 3 and in a really good setup to get out. Just needs one more red and he'll do it. He'll be out at a 620. Octagon down to 7 viruses. And again, we said this last time. Level 12 has been the turning point in each one of these games.
Yes, it seems like Dimwit just shines on level 12, and from on there he just doesn't let go.
Sarah's saying that she's gotten out of every 10 first, and that also is correct. Octagon at a 648. She's down by 13 viruses now. This is the part of the game where we see this. Dimwit just starts opening things up. Really doesn't bear down on his aggressiveness at this point in the game. So Octagon really going to have to start making some risky plays here. Probably some tucks you normally wouldn't try in competitive play. We're probably going to see.
Yeah, this is Dimwit showing that he's more foresight based approach is helping in these levels where everything is more compact and you could just want to drop things on top of others, given that the drop times are going to be very low.
But Octagon has made it, has narrowed things down a little bit here. And I do like the position she's in. She can drop a yellow down and get some cross clearing done. And that's exactly what she's going to do. She's going to set up a cross drop. Will it be enough, though, as we hit 7 minutes, 48 seconds here for both players? 26-16. Dimwit firmly in control right now. Dimwit, I think, also hunting for a double red, perhaps. A big combo there by Savage Octagon. That's going to put her at 19. And now going to try to start clearing stuff on the bottom of her board. Gets that tuck double. Oh, that's an interesting place for that double red. I just would have gone for the virus in the corner there. But Octagon now down to 11-5, getting that double clear horizontally. Now down to 8. Octagon trying to catch up here. Not going to let Dimwit get back into this here. 7-2 now, and now it's just a couple of reds for Dimwit, but a really good end board here for Savage Octagon, as she just needs a handful of everything. But Dimwit out at 8:36. It's just a matter of yellow and a red right now, and there's the yellow, there's the red. Octagon at 8:45. She's still in this, folks. It is a 6 virus game. Good boards for both players. You're going to be probably seeing Octagon going a little bit more aggressively on horizontal plays here as we get to the final part of this third game. Anything can happen. Big drop clear there, and that's going to put Octagon at 52-50. John, that blue garbage that we see up top, though, that's a bit glaring.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a lot of places to go with blue, really opening there a little bit more. She's going to have to address it with. Oh, there we go. That's the right build to get rid of that.
Drilling that garbage off the board, and now Octagon maintaining a clean board. Dimwit with that's a big quad T for Octagon, keeping it within 5. Now within 3. She is catching up to Dimwit. She's trying to force a game 4 here, and well on her way to doing so. Now she needs a lot of yellow help, John.
Yeah, this red barrage that's starting to happen is not really what she wants to see, but using a little bit of it in that setup with the with the yellow red.
And Dimwit with not a lot of access to yellow. He's going to have to clear stuff on top. And Octagon right now has evened things up with Dimwit as we get into the 10-minute mark here of this third game. It's now a lead back to Dimwit. But here comes Octagon down to 18-17. This is going to come down to the wire. Octagon with another clear down to 17, 17, 17. A double yellow will blow this game open, though, for Dimwit. It's 16 to 13. And Octagon now eyeballing that right side of the board. She's got a lot of opportunities for quick and easy clears if she sees them. But right now it is 12 to 12. It's still even. And it's Octagon very close to being free and clear. I like this drop play, John. Beautiful play.
Yeah, just setting up, just waiting for the right pills, but you set up on top of those horizontals. That's what you want to see in order to have still a chance to just catch up to them with. She's on top.
This is an opportunity for her to take this. It's 4 viruses. She just needs to get a little bit of blue and a little bit of red. It's not going to happen, though, as Dimwit pulls it out at 11-14. That right side just slowed down Octagon enough. The win goes to Dimwit, but what a great effort there in 14 from Savage Octagon.
Yeah, needing to just address those viruses one by one. That's what did it.
She was so close there. That 14 hung her up right there at the end, but a great effort to try to stay in it. But Dimwit going to the finals, 3-0 over Savage Octagon, but a great showing by Octagon.
Definitely, and this is what you want to see. Players just making the top ones sweat a little bit. I'm sure that she's happy about her run in this month. Making it all the way to semifinals is no little thing.
And I mean, players who do get to the semifinals now do get championship points. So she does have a championship point, which a lot of other players don't have. So great job to Savage Octagon. Dimwit will be trying to get 2 in a row here in 2021. But he's going to have a break while we take on one more match, Leviticus versus DM Hero, and that's coming up here in just a few moments. We're going to take just a quick 3-minute break.